Hello everyone, I'm David Salvage, and today I'd like to begin previewing for you some compositions from my new album, Felsina, which will be released October 8th on Duzel Records. For this video, I thought I'd present the third track from the album, Overheard in Santo Stefano. Santo Stefano is a complex of 7 chapels here in Bologna that also hosts a monastery, and when you visit, you can sometimes hear the monks chanting. So when I went about to write a piece of music based on this experience, my first job was to come up with a chant. Monastic chant often repeats one note a lot and then moves gently up and down by step. And that's exactly what mine does. Now, part of the magic of listening to plain chant comes from hearing the notes reverberate around the space and bounce off the stone walls and combine with new notes being sung. My piece tries to capture this by echoing each note of the chant in octaves and sometimes holding over echoes from a previous note to the next one, with the result that the original chant gets both blurred and magnified. It also becomes real piano music, not just chant played on the piano. Here's the same passage I just played, but with all the extra stuff I just described. The second part of the piece expands the range of the chant from a single step above and below the repeated note to a third on either direction. I add more notes to the echoes to make them faster and more exciting. Here's how it begins. The final element of the piece may be called the bells, the high-pitched, clanging kind that you hear during Mass. There are 3 in the piece, and together they form a chord progression that lends a structural backbone to the music. The first is a 5th on C, the second a 5th on A, and the third is a D major triad that leads to the piece's final resolution on E, the repeated note of the chant. And now, with all that in mind, let me play the whole piece for you. Overheard in Santo Stefano from Felsina. Thanks for listening.